Oh, I was looking at the wrong. Okay. So I am live. Cool. Now that I'm live, I can get to work. But I don't want to work. I want to listen to music. But I don't have a music player. I am probably just gonna do MPV. So it's gonna be um okay. Mm, loud. Yikes. Okay, that should be good enough. For once, will I finish in 30 minutes? Okay, so just dev is fine, just dev, but it doesn't have tailspeed. So what I need right now is a pod. Podman, pod PSA. Oh, there is a pod. Okay, tailwind. Cool, so everything is running. Index.php, and then let's say I do instead of text. Text is not pink. This is the index. Oh. Okay, so everything is working. So now what I need is podman lube generate. Give it a pod with a pod is called W journal. Put this in dev.k8.yaml. Okay. API version 1, kind is pod, metadata, I don't think this is relevant. Labels, app name. Okay. Generate kube config. using Podman. Oh. Okay. So now I go around and delete the ones that I don't care about. So now I go around and delete stuff. Okay, okay. I'm gonna keep the name. Everything else I do not care about. Stack containers. Need this, but I don't need args. We keep image, that is correct. Name is correct. Ports, container port and host port. Okay. Why does this not have indentation? I'm very confused about that. Volume mounts, mount path, root, serve, W journal. Volumes, host path, name is W journal site. W journal style.css. So this is input style. Once again, do not need the args here. Keep the image, keep the name, keep the volume mounts. Okay, spec containers. There's one. That's wjournal development. Name is php.wjournal. Ports, container port 5678, host port 5678, volume mounts. Mount path, that. Name that. I don't know if I can mount a temporary file. Podman mount temporary file. I know temp_fs mounts, but I feel like temp_fs mount is only for directories and I'm not looking for one. Files, if you're running Docker Index, you have third option, temp_fs mount. You can create a container with the temp_fs mount. The container can create files outside the container's writable layer. When the container stops, the temp_fs mount is removed and the files written there won't be persisted. Temp_fs mounts are best for cases where you do not want the data to persist either on the local machine or within the container. Performance of the container when you blah blah blah, mounting over existing data, limitations. You can, oh, I can't share temp_fs mounts between containers. That's not useful. Only if it's Docker and Linux, setting permission and temp_fs may cause them to reset. In general, mount is preferred. The main okay, you you must use the mount. Options for temp F is two fields separated by a colon character. Options, okay. Hmm. Okay, let's see what Podman says. Podman run with Tempest. Share a temporary file between containers. Oops. With a file you want to share in your current directory, I could do that. Depending on use case, might be symlink, mounting the shared file in a directory volume. Okay then. Okay, so I could just create a separate named volume and mount it across the two, but then if it's a named volume, can it be a file? Create a bind mount. Similarly, vSource named volume. Okay, let's see. Oops. Yeah, let's just do Podman run itrm alpine latest. We're gonna create a dummy volume called test and mount it on an file. Oh, this is gonna be a directory then. Then I create a new window and Podman generate whatever this is called. Cube in Hugo. There's environments, and then there's volume name, persistent volume claim. Claim name is test. What is name PVC? Persistent volume claim. Okay, name test PVC, persistent volume claim. Claim name is test. Persistent volume claim. Persistent volume is blah 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 blah. Life cycle static dynamic binding using store object in use protection. Nope. So I am just gonna have to use a file. I'm gonna do host path. What if I called it style.in instead of style.css? Nope, I don't think this is possible. So for now, I just leave it as it is. And then we're gonna kill the pod that I have. Podman stop. Sure, stop, can't keep going. Podman stop pod W job. Podman pod stop W John. I should have done kill. Then I do rm pods. Podman stop into. I thought I killed it. Cool. So now I need to do Podman Cube lay that pods. Oh, I think I got it. Client with blah 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 blah. Okay, something is not working. Hmm. Oh, I cannot remove the command. I still need the command because I didn't set it. Okay. So containers, hogs, which is an array of input style dot Okay, because of the metadata name, I don't need this. I'm gonna delete these. 60. Okay, watchman not found is not supposed to be an error. It's because there's no file called input. There is a file called input. I'm not getting enough information about what went wrong here. I'm gonna try putting this in quotes. Why is this not running? It starts up and then it dies. I see. Why are you dying? Why are you dying? Podman run ITRM Tailwind CSS development. Input output watch is equal to always. And do that again. Okay, let's try changing this. Can I change the entry point? Okay, Podman, exec, IT, and wjournal tailwind CSS SH ls. Cool. If I do tailwind CSS, input is input.css, output is site style.css, watch is equal to always. Done in 69 milliseconds, and then well, it's working now, so I don't know why. So I don't know what the problem is. Hello there. Hi, is his why? Okay, you are not a bot. Hi. Oh, nice. I am not a PHP dev. I am not a PHP dev. I usually code in JavaScript, but I figured I would try PHP. Wait, you know what? This is interesting. Let me tell you what I'm planning to do. Have you heard of the Journal app? Have you ever used Journal? No. I don't know if that's a thing in iPhone. This is just a command line application where I can, it's sort of like a diary. So I was streaming on Twitch. Hi IZ, oops, sorry, IZ popped by and I thought they were a bot, but they were not. So you just get a journal. And if I do journal, whoops, not that one, journal shot. Oh, it's double hyphen. I actually have aliases for these, but I forgot. So I do something like this, and there's one entry. This is supposed to be a date, but it's not visible. There's one entry which is my journal entry. So I could add another. I explained my app on stream. Blah, 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 blah. So now if I did journal shot again, I have two entries. So this is the title. If I don't do journal shot, if I do just journal, it's not supposed to be just. Okay, let's do on today. It's gonna be like two entries, and this one's with the body. So just a way to write diary entries in your terminal. It's pretty cool. You can use any editor you want. I want to do this on my phone, but I want to do it in a browser. So I thought I'll do it in PHP, because why not? So it's going to be a PHP app that just keeps sending out data, receiving data. And in the backend, it's going to be running journal itself. Just the command line application. I actually don't even know how to write it in PHP. I don't know anything about PHP so far. Let me show you what I have so far. I have two PHP files. There's index.php, which gets partials head.php. So head.php is just a head. And for absolutely no reason, I have one small section here that basically doesn't include a style sheet if my request is coming from curl. Super useful. And there's a title. That's all I have. That's literally all I have. But I feel like PHP is pretty cool. I really like that you can make templates. So the plan is to use PHP. There's a dummy body too. So yeah. And I'm using it with Tailwind. That's cool. So after a point of time, I have to figure out how to run shell commands in PHP on my server. Thank you. The idea is to have it like a chat app, kind of like WhatsApp or Messenger or Instagram DMs or whatever. So I just open the website. It's going to look like a chat screen. So it's going to give me the same feel as texting a friend, but it's, going to my journal. So it's much more private and I don't have to worry about judgment, I guess. But right now I'm focusing on simply containerizing this and I'm stuck because so will journal run on your web server? Yes, it will run on my web server. I actually wanted to do something more. So I was planning. So the way journal works is it simply puts it in a plain text file. So if I do cat local share journal, just a plain text file. So every time I'm running the journal command, it's just appending stuff to this text file. You could encrypt it, but it's a very open format. So the journal application, the journal CLI itself is simply a front end to make changes to this journal.txt file. And I was thinking that I would rather, connect to something else. So like maybe the journal text file is saved on Google Drive or Nextcloud because I don't use Google Drive. So maybe the journal.txt file is saved to Nextcloud and then my web server connects to that Nextcloud instance, gets that file, makes the changes and pushes it back. That's kind of a plan for the long run, but for now, I'm just going to keep it behind my VPN so it's visible only to me, just my journal directly on the web server. But if I'm doing it, if I start supporting encrypted journals, then I will have to do it on the client side as well. A lot of stuff to think about. For now, the thing I want the most is just the front end. To have it look like a chat app where I can keep sending messages throughout the day, but it's going to be like a journal. Oh, really? I did think it would be easy because I think what interests me most about PHP is the file system based routing, because I can just create a new file for every function that I want to add. Whereas in JavaScript, it's all in one file. I could use modules, but it's mostly just in one file, and each path is just another function in the same file, and I didn't like that. I thought I'd try PHP. But now I kind of wish that I could compose my my templates, because right now I have, let me show you. Right now inside I have something called index.php, which is gonna include head from my partials, say store, which has some kind of shell exec. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Okay, so the function's called shell exec. Cool. You saved me some trouble. I didn't have to look it up. So I will be using the shell exec function. But I was also wondering if it's possible to have like a default template. So if, for example, so there's going to be front end routes as well as back end routes. So front end routes are what's going to show the UI. So would it be possible to have like a bunch of files always include the head and a tail or something? Let me show you the file. So this file is index.php, and I have this include. Would it be possible to have the same section, the same include in all files in a particular directory? Is that something I can do with PHP? Because I used to use something called Levity, and in Levity you can set a default template for an entire directory. So every file in that directory will use a particular template. And I kind of want that, but I don't know if I can do it in PHP. I can? Oh, that's nice. Just give me 1 second. Could you give me like a heads up on what to look for? Like what's the call? It's been a while. Oh, I didn't want to use a framework. That's the thing. I was wondering if it's possible in just like plain PHP without any modules, without any add-ons. Oh wait, is this something that you had said in php.ini, like the config file? May have to look that bit up. Yeah, sure. I'll look it up later, but for now, I am still focused on containerizing. I used to I'm used to it just doing it by default. Okay, so you mean with Laravel? Laravel. With Laravel, yeah. I was kind of hoping to not use a framework. I just wanted like plain PHP because it sounds fun. That's it. It's a new language. I've never done PHP before, and I thought, hey, this is gonna be a fun challenge. Mm, yeah, sure. Thank you. You too. Thanks for the tips. Oh, I set watch already. I just need an input and output. Okay, so if I remove this, do a kill, do an RM, then I do play again. Okay, it seems to be working now. So if I were to add on the line, done. Nice. I forgot what I had in container. Okay, so to revise, API version 1, kind is pod, metadata, there's a name that says wjournal, then there's a spec. Spec has containers. First container is localhost wjournal development. Name of the container is PHP. Exposes port 5678. volume mounts. There's mount path. Okay, the name is site and mounts to server wjournal. And there are no arguments for this one. For that one, for this one, there's arguments input, input.css, output is style.css. And then there's image, localhost Tailwind CSS development, name is Tailwind CSS, volume mounts, two of them. Okay. I wish I didn't need to do this, but I do need to do this, don't I? Yeah, okay. No way for me to use a file that's temporary across both. Okay, so now I do just file. And then just file dev is gonna be podman cube play dev.k8.yaml. Stop. Podman cube. There's apply, there's down, there's generate, and there's play. So is there any way for me to stop? Okay, let's see. Podman cube play stop. Okay, podman cube down. Okay, I should have noticed that. Remove pods or containers based on the same. Use by podman cube play. Okay, cube down, and then you give it a file. Could just do just up and just down, or I could call play, I guess. Down, play, micro down dev dot k8.yaml. Okay, so then I do just play. Oops. Just play. Just down. Nice, 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 nice. Then I do just down again. Podman cube down. Examples: force tear down the volumes linked to persistent volume claims is part down. Move the pod is this then don't know. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Nice. What is this one? This one is run. Okay, for now I'm just gonna leave that as it is. We'll have another cube file later. Okay, I think I'm done for today. So pods, do I have any pods? So tomorrow I will be continuing by doing just dev, just play. And then I can start working and stuff. So for example, there's this one, which is kind of useless, honestly. So I delete all of this. I still have a HTML end as well. I'm gonna call this top instead of head. Or I keep calling it head. Partials. Nah, I'm gonna call it top. And inside of top, there's gonna be the body as well. And so I can delete this. So and we're gonna have another file called hot. The bottom.php is not going to do much. It's going to close the body and it's going to close the HTML. Okay. So I can delete all this. Should have added some content into index.html. Hold on. Let's just do a paragraph that says hello world. It's empty. Okay, you know what? I don't want to do this here. I'm going to do it in PHP. No, yeah. So Tailwind theme, customizing your theme, color, font display, Satoshi, fluid, customizing your theme using custom CSS, using arbitrary values, adding custom variables, complex, using variants. Here it is. Oh, apply a direct Tailwind within custom CSS. Interesting. Adding base styles, adding content classes, using variants, resolving ambiguities, handling white space, arbitrary variants, arbitrary properties, arbitrary values, customizing your theme, adding custom variants. Theme, oh, there it is. Using variants to style your site in dark mode. Toggling dark mode manually. That's not what I want. Using a data attribute. Not what I want. With system theme support. To build three-way theme toggles that support light mode, dark mode, and your system theme, use a custom dark mode selector, window, match, media, API to direct the system theme, and use the update the HTML element when needed. Here's a simple example of how you can support light mode, dark mode, as well as respecting the operating system's theme. That is not at all what I wanted. Oh. Theme variables. What are theme variables? Relationship to utility classes, theme variable namespace, default theme variables. Okay. When you import Tailwind CSS, it includes a set of default variables. Customizing, overriding the default theme, breakpoint small, using a custom theme. Default theme variable reference, font, color. There's no theme variable for the color of the text. Oh no, there it is. Color black and color white. No, not the word. No, what I wanted. So what else could I do? Default theme variables are very general purpose and suitable for building dramatically different designs, but they are still just a starting point. It's very common to customize things like the color palette, fonts, and shadows to build exactly the design you have in mind. Use the theme to define new theme variables and extend the default theme. This makes font script blah 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 blah. Hold on. This makes a new font script utility class available that can be used in your HTML just like the font sans. Okay. Huh. Interesting. So if I make up a name, it turns into a class. If I use an existing variable, it overrides it. Okay. Okay, so what happens if I put variant in like the base layer? Only one way to find out. So this is within an element. So I need to put body over here. Hey, that worked. Wow. Although that is not at all how I expect the slate to look. Colors. Slate was a lot darker than I remember. Should I do gray or zinc? I think zinc is better, somewhere around, I think 900, or do I do, oh, there's neutral. Okay, let's do neutral 900, yeah. There's also something called stone. Nah, I'm gonna do neutral 900 with text white. Sweet. Okay, so that is done. Is this supposed to be? Yeah, the base is fine. Oops, what did I do? Okay. So now I'm going to do index. I'm going to say, I'm going to have a header. Anything else that I want to put in the header? Not immediately, I suppose. So that's it for the header. Then in this, we're going to do W journal brings journal 1 to your browser and everywhere with a browser. Cool. Still a bit too wide. Maybe I'll make it a little 50%. No, I guess that's fine. Let's do this for MD. Okay. Oops. Something's not right. This one should have applied. Should not have applied. Okay. I guess I could put that in the header as well. I should start defining variables elsewhere included into all my files. Something to think about. So I can reuse these text stuff. Okay, now what else did I want to do? Mostly nothing else. I'm gonna sleep. Okay. It's weird. I'm just gonna kill this. And I am done. Oops. And that is it for today. Let's see how long I've been streaming. 1 hour and 14 minutes. It's not 30 minutes, but it's less than 2 hours. Good night.